So to talk about how to use Yokai Shift, I feel like the best place to start is to talk about the way Anima works in Yokai Shift. So you may have noticed, if you look on the top left of my HUD there, around the glowing bar saying I can activate Yokai Shift, there are the three grayed out icons of my Yokai abilities. One problem a lot of people had is when they activated Yokai Shift, even if they had Anima, the blue bar, to spend, the Yokai Shift abilities would gray out as soon as they entered Yokai Shift. What I ended up finding is that Anima is stored separately between the actual Anima gauge you have and Anima used for Yokai Shift. What this ends up leading to is in a situation where in Yokai Shift, the only reason to hit square, your normal attack button, is to build Anima so that you can use Yokai abilities. It is by far the strongest thing you do. Yokai abilities not only are very powerful, but they restore a very large amount of your Amrita, and therefore keep your gauge topped off while you're attacking. On top of that, they don't take up large chunks off your gauge like spamming attacks does, and so they allow you to stay in Yokai Shift far longer than you'd be able to normally. Now, if you go into Yokai Shift and your skills are grayed out, normally you have to use a large amount of your bar attacking. So what that means is that the first time you enter a stage, the first time you get your Yokai Shift bar full, you're going to want to just use it the first chance you can. So I'll show you how right here. So I start the stage. I'm just going to use it right away. And I'm not going to use any Yokai abilities. I'm just going to spam attack. And you can see on the left, as I land hits, the gauges are filling up on the side. And so my goal right now is just to max out my Anima and exit Yokai Shift. Now, completely missed me. So, now I'm going to restore my Yokai Shift. I'm just going to walk away from this guy because he's slow and stupid. 3 of these will probably be enough. Let's see. Yeah, so now I'm full again. So now, let me beat this guy and get to the boss of the stage. I'll show you how to optimally use Yokai Shift in a boss fight. So now that I've built up my Anima abilities with my Yokai Shift... Oh, I forgot there's a few more enemies here. I'll have to kill them real quick. It's okay to use my Anima for this, because Anima I use normally here will not affect my Yokai Shift when I switch to it later. But now I should be able to show you what to... Nope, there's an Enki. I completely forgot what the stage has in it. I thought it was just a quick dash to the Gozuki boss. Okay, almost done. And here we go. So when the boss comes up here, you'll notice that I'm not going to use Yokai Shift right away. It is optimal, rather than using Yokai Shift right away, to build up the gauge first. So I want to do permanent damage to his ki by hitting his horns, doing whatever I can. I basically want to break him first before I ever try to enter Yokai Shift. So I get the down, I activate Yokai Shift. And now, because I did the Yokai Shift earlier, all my Anima abilities are active, so I can use one. Gather charge, fire. Use one. Gather charge, fire. As you can see, the Amrita I'm absorbing is topping me off. What's more is I didn't get to show it here, but I was about to get a grapple if he hadn't already died. If I had gotten that grapple, it would have restored like 25% of my gauge. It's a huge amount you get back every grapple. That's why you want to start a fight without using Yokai Shift at the start, is because if their maximum ki is already damaged, it's easier to use your Yokai abilities to reduce their maximum ki to 0. Then you can grapple them and restore a huge amount of your Yokai Shift bar, much more than you're getting back from just hitting them with your Yokai abilities. This strategy does require powerful Yokai Shift abilities, so I'm currently using Yatsuno Kami, which I think is probably the first one you get that is just super, super busted in terms of pretty much every category you can consider, except for maybe Ki Break, but even pretty good at that. I also brought Tatara Moke, I could use that. Doriona was just here because I was testing something out earlier, but you want at least 2 good offensive Yokai Shift abilities when you do this. If you have at least 2 abilities, you can switch back and forth with them with without ever pressing the square button to attack normally. Do tons and tons and tons of damage. Keep your Yokai Shift up and the enemy staggered by switching between those charged attacks, where I would gather the Amrita, and you're golden. And so that's pretty much it. That's how you use Yokai Shift. Any questions, please follow up in the comments. Thanks, guys.